What an absolute boring day, to say the least, am I right? An absolutely boring Thursday night football game up until the fourth quarter between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Nothing to discuss that today. No football talk today, to say the least, though. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode Lucas E. Allen Productions on YouTube and all audio platforms. Lucas E. Allen Show, who had a voice crack just now, with your episode for your Friday, September 26, 2025. If you're getting anything, follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, Lucas E. Allen. Watch on YouTube, pick the like button on today's podcast. Hit the subscribe button if you've done so already. And turn on the bell for all post notifications. Obviously subscribe. Leave a comment what you think of this episode for your Friday, September 26th, 2025. Watch on Spotify. Leave me a 5-star rating and comment, like I said, for your Friday, September 26th, 2025 podcast. I want to get right into today's podcast. Like I said, it's almost, I know it's like 5 minutes away before Friday Night SmackDown starts. We're not going to get a preview of this podcast today, to say the least. Not that the show looks great on paper, though. It looks kind of blah. The biggest thing is the Turtle Fair match we've seen one too many times at Tiffany Stratton's championship. And also, like, you've seen, like, basically mid-shit, to say the least. Cody Rhodes be talking about Seth Rollins. It looks like a skippable show to me, to say the least. But this will cover on some Monday podcast, to say the least. We're going to be starting with your AEW Dynamite September 24, 2025 review. Speaking of boring, that show was fucking boring, not very good at all. Including a major fucking bullshit announcement from Tony Khan. AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships. Oh, motherfucking joy. Trust me, we'll be discussing that, man, at the top of the show. I'm fucking pissed off that could be believed. Not that I hate women's wrestling. I love women's wrestling. Oh, my God. But why do we need AEW Women's World Tag Team titles and Elite Wrestling? Meanwhile, the WWE Women's Tag Team titles be just as bad, if not worse, with this set of titles. At least titles look gorgeous, though. I'll give them credit with that. We'll also be talking about Shotzi Blackheart discussing her WWE release. We'll be discussing that. We'll also be discussing there are people in the WWE, believe it or not, reportedly stunned, and I quote, by ESPN C grade for WrestlePalooza. Oh, you don't say. You don't fucking say. Oh, joy. Also, as an AJ Styles says he plans to retire sometime in 2026. We'll be discussing that. Also, WWE to announce John Cena's final match details very soon. Discussing that. Some Brock Lesnar scheduled for a major WWE live events in 2026. Oh, joy. I can't wait to discuss that either, man. So joyful, right? So nobody ever. There's some ridiculous fucking fake outrage with WWE fans and AEW fans. Backstage AEW news on if Adam Copeland will return to the WWE and wrestle John Cena. Oh, you fantasy freaking drones, man. Good fucking luck. Like, Tony Khan's going to allow Adam Copeland to go to WWE only to wrestle John Cena. I guarantee it's the only reason why you thought this because just Adam Copeland at All Out did a 5-knuckle shuffle and attitude adjustment. That's the only reason why he did that. I mean, not the only reason he did it, probably the only reason is speculation. You get the gist of that. And also, John Cena a match on SmackDown against Sami Zayn for the United States Championship did a spirit of Edge's spirit, to say the least. We're discussing that, and as always, this day in wrestling history as well. As always, thank you for watching Lucas E. Allen Productions, and maybe as always, going to say it's your Friday episode of Lucas E. Allen Productions for your Friday, September 26, 2025 podcast. So it's going to today's episode. Starting with, you guessed, your AEW Dynamite September 24, 2025 review. My God, this show fucking bored the shit out of me or what? I didn't even fucking bullshit announcing me fucking liver, man. Now we're discussing first, Brody Dio, the ring defend AEW World Tag Team Champions, Brody King and Bandia, maybe. Defeat the Gates of Agony to retain said AEW World Tag Team Championships to start the show. Who the fuck asked for this? Who the fuck asked for this, man? How am I supposed... This is starting your show. Usually I say all the stuff I say about the top of your show. It's supposed to be something that sets a tone later in the night. And this dude that a bro deal in the gates of fucking agony? Fuck no, obviously. Oh my god, man, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? This gets a C plus. I'm not being generous giving it a C plus, honestly. I ain't giving one single iota of a fuck about this, to say the least. Moving on to Hangman Adam Page, ready to defend AEW World Champion. Wow, they're calling this the AEW Men's World Championship. Oh, fucking, how stupid does that sound? Oh, because you have the Women's Championship. We call it the Women's Championship. Why we can't even call the Men's Championship the World title? Fucking nonsensical fucking dipshit fucking fans, to say the least. Hangman Adam Page, reigning to defend AEW World Champion. Not just Men's Champion. I know he's a male, but still. Defeats Lee Moriarty to retain the said AEW World Championships. Again! Who fucking asked for this? This, my friends, is overall gave a big fat C. And yeah, that's the C grades. Y'all know familiar with that show, WrestlePalooza and ESPN. You don't know about that, obviously. Oh my god, man. Why is Hangman defending his championship against Lee fucking Moriarty? The World Championship is getting a defense against Lee fucking Moriarty. Are you fucking kidding me? I might be generous with a big fat C grade somehow or some way in the opening match. Who the flying fuck asked for this? Don't lie to yourself. You didn't want this fucking shit. How can anybody care about this? This show is a dumpster fire. Fuck, pro wrestling is a dumpster fire in 2025. Oh, but you still talk about it because I'm trying to make it better, you stupid fuck. You don't understand that. Oh my god, man. What is this fucking show, bro? A big fat C. Wow, it's not even main event in your show. Right into SmackDown, right into second after the opening match, go to another match involving the world title. How fucking ridiculous does that sound? A big fat fucking C is a grade. Moving on, after Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler, and Stokely have to sarcastically apologize for their actions at All Out, Willow Nightingale arrived to call Beth Copeland one of her inspirations, demand they apologize sincerely. Willow then slapped Stokely in the face, then speedball Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight even the odds before FTR could act. They sent FTR running. This was meh. I like Will. I love Will Nightingale. I like FTR. Even like people Mike Bailey and even like Kevin Knight. But I didn't need this. It's the second best career in the show, by the way. It's the second best career in the show somehow, some way. I mean, it was not even that great. It was a mess segment. It was meh. What do you want me to fucking say about this? B minus your grade. Might be generous with that grade too, like I said. Oh, joy, move on to a 6-man tag team of a flying fuck match. Lovely. Mark Briscoe, Hologram, and Orange Cassidy, who made his AEW return on Wednesday night, defeated Don Callis family. And a 6-man tag, like I said, I don't give a flying fuck match. This, my friends, also gets an overall grade of a big fat C. Man, those C's grades look like a very anticlimactic involving WrestlePalooza and now going to AEW Dynamite, right? Oh my god, bro. How am I supposed to fucking care? Literally, I'm asking Tony Khan. I'm asking you, TK. How am I supposed to fucking care for this bullshit? You expecting like your normal sickos and just one, please, sir, can I have some more of your bullshit stew, please? No, I'm not. Fuck that. I just can't with this show sometimes. I just can't. What do you want me to say? It's so good about this show. A big fat fucking C, another one. Let's get better from there. Oh, 2 more things to give even worse of a grade of a big fat C, by the way. Claudio Castagnoli defeats one half of the AEW World Trios Champions, Powerhouse Hobbs. This, my friends, is an overall grade of D fucking plus. D plus, man. Yikes. It gets worse later on, and none of it was just as bad next segment, by the way. But how am I supposed to care about this? How am I supposed to fucking care? Who fucking asked for this? Unbelievable, man. What is this show? What does it fucking come to with this fucking show? It is so fucking... Oh my god. What is this show? Shall we move on? Shall we move on, I guess. Oh, I guess get to this, boys and girls. Tony Khan, doofus Tony Khan. Mr. Nerd-looking Tony Khan announced the introduction of the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships, which Renee Paquette unveiled at ringside. Oh, fucking boy. Listen, before I get my grade and my thoughts on this, the titles look gorgeous, I gotta be honest. The titles looked at the titles. The titles look gorgeous. That's not the problem I have. But this gets a big fat D fucking plus. Yet again. Oh, what are we doing here, Tony Khan? Who asked for AEW Women's Tag Team Championships? This is your big announcement. Your ratings falling off the face of the earth, and you have this big fucking bullshit announcement like this. How are you as an AEW fucking fan so up in arms and glad about this? I've seen fucking weirdos online saying, oh, this is so good for the women's division. Are you fucking kidding me? They can't even book their own singles titles correctly. What makes you think they're booking the tag team titles correctly? Have you not fucking seen this man's track record? I don't understand this. Why? How can you fucking do this shit? When you have no division, you have a division in death, but you have a great division booked correctly. That's what I'm pointing this out to be. Are you fucking kidding me? Who asked for this? There's just people online that, oh, you know you asked for it. Every wrestler in that company, women's division asked for this. Who? I'd like to know who. I've seen people on the women's division saying, oh, this is so good for AEW in the locker room. You can't be that delusional if you're an AEW fan and AEW's wrestler in that locker room. You cannot be that delusional. They can't even book their singles title, TBS title, and a world title correctly, the singles title. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing here? I cannot believe when there's this big announcement, his ratings going falling off the flat, his company is dying 1,000 deaths, and this man says, more titles, more titles. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know how ridiculous that fucking sounds? The 20 billion titles you already have in that company? Not even involved around AEW and initials in it? Yet you want more. This man wants more. I have no words, man. I already said about this, man. This is fucking bullshit beyond bullshit can be. Unbelievable. Let it play out. Let it play out. I've seen the WWE Women's Tag Team titles play out for about 6 fucking years. I don't even see AEW doing the same thing. Just as bad as WWE's Women's Tag Team titles. I don't need some fucking let it play out bullshit. I'm sorry. D plus is your fucking grade up. It should be honestly lower. I'm only giving a D plus. The titles look somewhat over freaking great, honestly. There's your praise about this fucking bullshit announcement. To your main event, though. Best thing on the show by far. Not even close. Chris Statlander, the reigning defending AEW Women's World Champion, defeats Mina Shirakawa in the main event to retain said AEW Women's World Championship. And after the match, the Death Riders arrived, and Jon Moxley was the last one to arrive. And seemed pleased until Stat laid out Wheeler Yuta with a clothesline and gave Moxley a double middle fingers. And her and Carly Karen ran into the crowd to end the show. First of all, I liked the match a lot. Statlander, just to see Chris down with the AEW Women's World Championship just seems fucking right. It seems just fucking great. Love it for Statlander. Love the moment all out for her. Didn't really care for the match, honestly, but still. I'll take anything in this fucking show to try something new and unpredictable, at least a little bit. Even I predicted myself at all out with this match with Statlander getting the championship or whatever. I give it a B+, by far the best thing on the show. I like that Statlander is not with the Death Riders right now. I don't think she needs to be at all, nor I don't think she won't anyways. Give it a B+. I like the match too of Mina Shirakawa and Chris Statlander. Very fun match and by far the best thing on the show. And I like the fact that Statlander gave Moxley a middle finger, double middle finger. That's what I felt about this fucking show with Tony Khan, honestly. Feel like giving Tony Khan a big fat middle finger. Literally, this was fun. This show sucked. Other than the main event here, I couldn't give 1 ounce of a fucking shit about this show. And bullshit, that announcement took me out of fucking hand. That announcement with bullshit with the AEW Women's World Tag Team titles took me out of the show. And it was towards the end of the show, thank God. And put up a good main event here. But still, this show fucking sucked other than that. That's your show for AEW Dynamite September 24, 2025. It's just like WrestlePalooza, according to ESPN. A big fat C. Unfucking believable, man. That is your AEW Dynamite September 24, 2025 review, to say the least. Moving on to Shotzi Blackheart discusses her WWE release. Former WWE star Shotzi Blackheart has opened up about her recent departure from the company, expressing her disappointment and the feeling that WWE gave up on me. In an interview on the Real Breakers podcast with Saraya, the former Paige, obviously, Shotzi discussed her surprise at being let go, just as she was returning from an injury, and her belief that she was ready to show the world the real me, to say the least. Her contract with WWE expired in May of 2025, and she made her return to the independent wrestling scene just a few weeks later in June, leaving many fans surprised by the company's decision not to re-sign her. When asked if she was expecting to be released, the star explained that she was conflicted. Yes and no. I had just came back from an ACL tear, so coming back from a huge injury and not being on TV for like almost a year, I was kind of not surprised. They're just like, we lasted a year without you, and so we'll just let you go now that your contract is up. In that aspect, I wasn't really surprised, she said. However, she admitted that decision was still a letdown, particularly because she felt like she had support from WWE Chief's Confident Officer Paul Triple H Levesque. I don't know. I always thought that Hunter really believed in me, so it was a little disappointing. Yeah, I felt just like, dang, that they gave up on me. That's just go Triple H for you sometimes. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing half the time in creative and bullshit like that. Shotzi's frustration stems from her belief that she was returning from her injury stronger than ever, both physically and mentally, and was poised to make an impact. She felt like that WWE never gave her the chance to show her full potential. I was in such a bad space for a few years with everything that I was going through, and I was coming back from the injury so much stronger, not just physically but mentally too, she explained. I was just ready to go out there and ready to kill it and coming back. and I didn't even get the opportunity to do so. I felt like they left a lot of meat on the bone. I was coming back on fire and ready to give them me like the real me. I didn't get the chance to do shows to show it as well as say it, ladies, end quote. It's definitely right for her to say that. They could have realistically kept Shotzi and played the best with two mid-card titles on Raw and SmackDown, even in NXT with the Women's North American Championship. You can't have Shotzi go for a championship on like that, at least compete for a said division. Like, look at the mid-card title in SmackDown in the United States. So what is Julia fighting for? Who is she fighting against? All over Mia Yim or / Zelina Vega and women like that. And BFAB, I heard they have a tag team match later on the show. So they're going head out with the show, by the way. 8:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But still, man, with Shotzi, what she's doing great. She's doing very good in the independent wrestling circuit, if you ask me. As I thought she fits like a glove in indie wrestling scene, to say at least. So looking forward, she does post to be and still doing on and so far in 2020. If I keep updating her going forward, in all honesty. Moving on to, there are people in the WWE reportedly stunned by ESPN C-grade for WrestlePalooza. How can you be fucking shocked, WWE? The inaugural WWE Premium Live event, WrestlePalooza, was a major business milestone for the company, like they always fucking say they are. But it was not a critical success. It was not a critical success in the eyes of its new broadcast partner, ESPN, and that was reportedly caused some surprise within WWE. According to a new report from WrestleVolt Radio, there are people within WWE who were stunned by ESPN publishing an article giving the company's first ever premium live event on the platform a C grade. Like I said, I don't know why you should be shocked. The report states that people within WWE are openly wondering what a sports and entertainment network would want the online stigma of a negative review for what they consider a fairly ordinary and fairly standard WWE event. How can you say that? The event was fucking boring. I wouldn't say it was a C grade. I would say I gave it a B minus, just barely. I probably gave it a C plus. But still, man, how can you be fucking shocked at this? How can you be shocked at this? Look at the card and look at the bill. Other than AJ Lee and CM Punk against Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, which I disagree with ESPN's grade there, honestly. And then the Stephanie Vaquero and Io Sky match is the best match of the night, obviously. But other than that, what else do you give? What you give on the show is so worthy above a C. How can you say bullshit like this, Debbie? You fucking weird, fucking bizarre, fucking morons. You should look yourself in the face. Stop blaming everybody around you and look at yourselves in the face and say, hey, that was a bad prog, let's do better and move on. But no, you go back and say, oh, let's blame ESPN for this bullshit article they did. Meanwhile, it's not really technically bullshit at all. There's not barely any lies to be besides the match they gave AJ Lee and Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Other than that, I agree with everything ESPN said on that. I really did. Those are my thoughts on this segment for sure. Moving on to AJ Styles, who finally got his match with John Cena as John Cena's retirement tour. AJ Styles says he plans himself to retire in 2026. AJ Styles has announced that he plans to retire from an in-ring competition within the next year. In a new interview with Tokyo Sports, Styles revealed his intentions, stating that he wants to end his career before his body can no longer perform at the elite level that fans can come and expect him from. The announcement comes after Styles recently made a cryptic social media post featuring a running hourglass, which sparked widespread speculation about his future. Styles, who held world championships in TNA, WWE, and New Japan Pro Wrestling, explained his reason for wanting to hang up his boots. I'll probably be at WrestleMania 42 in next April, but it's not confirmed yet. Details are undecided, but retiring within the next year is certain. Styles said, I don't want to expose the not AJ Styles version of myself to the fans. That's the main reason I decided to retire before my body stops working. Which definitely is fair if you ask me. He's a major freaking voice crack, go figure. He also knows that nothing is set in stone and he'll likely remain with the WWE after his in-ring career is over. possibly in a training or coaching capacity, a role where he could pass on his eminence and knowledge to the next generation of superstars. So I definitely agree with that in all honesty. Styles also revealed that WWE's upcoming trip to Japan will likely be his final time wrestling in the country, where he became an international superstar. I'm really excited. I think this is probably my last match in Japan, so I'm really looking forward to it, he told Tokyo Sports. I plan to retire soon, and I might not come back to Japan before that, end quote. I would definitely a phenomenal career. No pun intended, this phenomenal gimmick AJ Styles had, in all honesty. Could he go on a retirement tour like John Cena did this year in 2026? It's a possibility. Could he last to the end of the year? At least maybe a half year, maybe up until June, maybe? It's definitely a possibility. But I'll honestly put like the IC title, the US title at bare minimum on him. If not the world title, let's put like the IC or US title on AJ Styles. At least one more championship before he hangs up the boots. Obviously, but I remember his WWE Championship run like 2018, like it was fucking tomorrow, man. Like that reign was freaking very good. The matches with Daniel Bryan, says Bryan Danielson. The Samoa Joe matches were pretty good, and so on and so forth, man. AJ Styles had a kick-ass WWE Championship run back in 2018. Do I wish he would last like past 2026? I did, but I can understand definitely his reasoning here. Like, he wants to retire on an elite level, and that's perfectly fine with him. Now, it's actually quite reasoning, if you ask me. Like, you don't want, like, John Cena. Like, people have thought John Cena in 2025, this past year, like, he was not, like, the greatest wrestler anymore. He obviously isn't. So you don't want AJ Styles to go on that trajectory like John Cena. You didn't wait to retirement tour like you have in 2025 with John Cena. But this, I can definitely understand AJ Styles' reason here to say at least. Keep updated with his retirement matches or retirement year in 2026 will look like going forward in the future to say at least. Moving on to WWE to announce John Cena's final match details very soon. The details surrounding John Cena's final match are expected to be announced by WWE within the coming weeks, with the potential announcement coming out as early as Sunday, September 28th. According to a report from WrestlePalooza Radio, the company is preparing to reveal the plans for Cena's career concluding bout to say at least. But it's definitely, I believe it's taking place in Washington, D.C., nation's capital. I believe it's taking place. I still think it's a bullshit decision. Having Saturday night's main event taking place there for John Cena's final match. That indeed is the case. It's not totally confirmed, but it's more than likely confirmed, if you ask me. Whoever John Cena's opponent will be a freaking definitely must see. I would honestly do John Cena. Gunther is healthy by then. I would do John Cena and Gunther for his final match with John Cena. Kind of like how Gunther had Goldberg's final match this year. I can never see him Goldberg retire. Goldberg, no, God, no. I can never see Gunther retiring both Goldberg and John Cena in the same calendar year. Wouldn't that be fucking crazy, man? I'll keep you updated if that's the case, and going forward to say, ladies and John Cena's retirement tour coming to an end sooner rather than later, December the 13th of 2025, sooner rather than later to say at least. Moving on to Brock Lesnar's schedule for major WWE events in 2026. Oh, fucking joy. Brock Lesnar's destructive return at SummerSlam this year was just to begin as the Beast Incarnate and tentatively can't fucking speak today. Scheduled to be at the part of the two biggest events in early 2026. According to a new report from WrestlePalooza Radio, Lesnar is currently on the books to appear at the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania 42. Oh, joy, like I said. The WWE creative team will be working under the assumption that Lesnar will be available for these major premium live events unless they are notified otherwise, end quote. Who'll be wrestling? I don't fucking give a shit. Could it be Braun Breaker and Brock Lesnar? WrestleMania, definitely a possibility. Brock Lesnar and Gunther, possibly too. But I don't fucking care to see any one of those matches. Maybe Braun Breaker to a point, because at least it's a Paul Heyman, comparisons with Paul Heyman. And the next Paul Heyman guy and Paul Heyman's shoes to say at least. I can definitely see that being the case. but like Gunther, I don't need to see Brock Lesnar have to put over Gunther. Like Gunther's freaking great. Not slamming Gunther or anything. Gunther should definitely win that match, obviously. But Gunther's already established. Why do we need Brock Lesnar to put him over? For what, dude? How does that intrigue anybody? Everyone says, oh, it's an epic dream match with Brock Lesnar and Gunther. How? I don't see the hype around it. The fuck do you mean, like, this is epic dream match in 2025 or 2026? Brock Lesnar and fucking Gunther. How does that intrigue anybody? I just don't see it. Gunther should squash Lesnar in like less than 5 minutes, like Goldberg style, as to say at least. That's my thoughts on this, to say at least, as well. Moving on, the Backstage AEW news on if Adam Copeland will return to WWE to wrestle John Cena. I can't believe this fucking report. I've been saying it all fucking like ever since Dynamite this past week. Or during this week when Copeland basically backstage. For this was during the top of the show and just Dynamite. Adam Copeland was in the backstage summary, said he told Christian Cage, I'm going to be out for a while. I don't know if you're going to be returned to AEW at all. That's what he said to Christian Cage backstage. But the park speculation is that we would Copeland be returned to the Edge character and return WWE to wrestle John Cena in Cena's final year. God, man, you people are fucking deranged. Moving on, this past weekend's endly poorly of WWE Hall of Famer Adam Copeland, who was forced to watch FTR attack his wife Beth Phoenix, as well as Beth Copeland, after he and Christian Cage defeated them at the AEW All Out pay-per-view. Although many assumed that Copeland and Cage would challenge FTR to a rematch, Copeland revealed that in a backstage segment on AEW Dynamite that he's taken time off to attend to his family after putting them in danger, saying that he is unsure if he'll ever come back to AEW. But Copeland's AEW contract is set to expire next month. Didn't know that, obviously, but still, I don't see him leaving. This segment immediately sparked rumors that he could be returned to WWE in time to face his longtime rival John Cena in the final stages of his retirement tour. However, a new report has dismissed all speculation about Copeland rejoining the Connecticut-based promotion. According to PW Insider Elite, any rumors about Copeland returning to WWE and AEW's blessing to wrestle Cena are completely untrue. Gee, you don't say! PW Insider Elite noted that their email and social media accounts were flooded with questions about Copeland heading back to WWE after he was seemingly written off television, but they can confirm that his upcoming absence will likely be due to his acting commitments. Kind of like you see with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes just returned. Roman Reigns will return sooner rather than later in time for Crown Jewel. There's something like that to say at least. How can you people, you people are deranged to say the least. Why would Tony Khan and All Elite Wrestling allow Adam Copeland to return to WWE only to wrestle John Cena? Why would he allow that? That's not going to happen. And then these fantasy-driven people online were obviously fucking let down by this with their fucking bullshit ways. They basically put this all hyped into one. That's what social media does. They hype everything to be something that it's not, and then when it falls flat on its face, they blame the fucking people in charge. But, they should blame themselves for bullshit like that. He was never going to return to WWE to wrestle John Cena, man. What do you not fucking understand about competition between WWE and AEW? What do you not fucking understand? I'm telling you right fucking now. I cannot believe the fucking bullshit story about this, to say the least. We are not going to see Edge and John Cena, much as I would love to see it, obviously. We're not going to see Edge and John Cena never again in a one-on-one match. When are you going to understand that? Do I hate it myself? Yes. Do I still wish Edge was in WWE to challenge John Cena? Yes. I do wish that. But it's not going to happen, whether you idiots like it or not, to say the least, man. Unbelievable story, to say the least. And finally, one is Lucas Lee Allen Productions podcast for Saturday, Friday, September 26, 2025. Always this day in wrestling history. It started 1999. In Charlotte, North Carolina, WWF Unforgiven was held to just under 16,000 fans at ringside. In the main event, Triple H won the WWF Championship in a six-pack challenge against The Rock, Mankind, Kane, The Big Show, and the British Bulldog, with the special guest referee Stone Cold Steve Austin. Unfortunately, the pay-per-view will be remembered for the Kennel from Hell match between the Big Boss Man and Al Snow, which was caged inside the Hell in a Cell structure with the vicious Rottweilers in between. Oh, God, bro. Oh, dear God. No, thank you. Thankfully, the gimmick wasn't used again. Thank fucking God, like I said. So that was 1999. Moving on 2011. After Raw went off the air, WWE held a Hell in a Cell match for the fans at ringside. It sounds like Vince McMahon for you, definitely. It was a 5-minute match where John Cena was victorious over Alberto Del Rio, CM Punk, Dolph Ziggler, and Jack Swagger. Oh, Troy, a 5-minute Hell in a Cell match. How fucking stupid does that sound? Classic Vince and Kenny McMahon 101 with you. Moving on to your final part of Stay in Wrestling History 2017. On WWE's 205 Live, Neville, also known as Pac in AEW, defeated Arya Daivari by submission, and that would be Neville's last televised match for the company. He would quit the following week as well for WWE. That is this day in wrestling history. Thank you all for watching. Lucas D. Allen Productions on YouTube and all audio platforms. Lucas D. Allen Show, which your podcast for your Friday, September 26, 2025. I don't think there'll be any more uploads until at least Monday, because I got to go to a birthday party tomorrow. It's going to be a nice day for me, hopefully, knock on wood. I'm expecting it will be, hopefully. But it might be probably like more YouTube shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikTok videos to say at least about the NFL weeks, or this week's games to say. There's also probably more AEW Dynamite clips I got to show you about, and also like Friday Night SmackDown shorts to say at least as well. And probably maybe one more video out on the second channel, Lucas D. Allen, upload today, my Crown Jewel 2025 match card predictions for his podcast to say at least, for Crown Jewel 2025 to say for his video to say at least. About 13.5 minutes long, almost to say at least as well. Until next time, trust and definitely next time. Peace and love, right? I am out. Take care. Love you all big time to say the least.